Guys, of course, we've got an update on the new Romeo and Juliet love story that everyone is following. I want to share with everyone a message that I received from my source deep in the heart of Romania. And guys, of course, we know Andrew Tate arrested yesterday, but I've got intel that's saying, listen, Greta is actually going right now on a long trek to bail Andrew Tate out of prison. And what an absolute heroic moment. But apparently, you know, with the whole environment thing, stuff like that, she can't fly. So she is crossing the English Channel by boat. So this is an absolutely historic, monumental moment. Greta is bailing Andrew Tate out of prison. And guys, you can see Andrew Tate getting caught, making the video. I don't really know what to believe with this whole situation, to be honest. If I'm actually talking, you know, and not being ironic, not being funny, the Andrew Tate thing. I think a lot of it, and I saw something on Twitter where they were like, Andrew Tate actually said like 3 or 4 months ago, listen, they're going to arrest me and charge me with something. There's a lot of people in America that apparently, and this is what I heard, were pressuring the Romanian government to arrest Andrew Tate. And of course, it always looks good if you dislike the person and the person that you dislike gets arrested for this type of stuff. Now, obviously, even if it comes out that he's innocent or whatever, I don't want to speculate. You just want the arrest, right? You want it in the news cycle. So I think there's a lot of people in America that don't like Andrew Tate. You have to wonder, if Andrew Tate had not gotten this big, had not said all the stuff he said to ruffle feathers in the United States, you have to wonder if he would be being arrested right now, and there would be all this pressure to get him in the news cycle arrested. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on it, but I do think big tech is really pushing for Andrew Tate to really, I mean, listen, we saw he got banned from everything, and then the only reason he's back on and even having a beef with Greta, kind of a fun little thing or whatever, is because Elon Musk takes control of Twitter, buys Twitter for billions and billions of dollars, and it's really even a Hail Mary he's even back on, because big tech had banned him off of everything. And again, you know, I'm someone, I've said, listen, some of the stuff he says, it's a bit too far, I agree, but we all know that some of this stuff, I mean, he's saying the quiet part out loud on some of these women, let's be honest, guys. I mean, come on, let's be real about it. But I just wanted to talk about the whole situation with him getting arrested, and I think it's a lot similar in terms of they want it in the news. Because people really, it's hard to research a lot of this stuff with how much social media there is. They want to paint a type of narrative, you know, that, oh, he's horrible, look at the terrible things he's done, you know, who knows, right? Who really knows? I'm not trying to defend Andrew Tate. I'm just saying it's something that is hard to really speculate on in terms of that. And then, guys, it is funny if that actually is true, that I mean, that was a bad, I have to say, the video that he released in response to Greta, it was pretty bad, and then it reveals his location. Apparently, that's the going story right now, or that's what it was yesterday. I don't know. It is ironic, I will say. It is ironic. And then we've got this video. So Joe Biden, or Biden's team, whatever, someone within the campaign of Joe Biden wanted to share a special moment he had with his granddaughter, and the whole thing is just, listen, even liberals will admit this is just super creepy. I mean, we're going to watch this video, and Joe Biden reflecting on one of my favorite moments from this year, taking my granddaughter to vote for the first time. And guys, this is another situation where you know, these kids, they don't care about this stuff, but they're forcing them to do it because they're trying to, you know, use the propaganda and get the young people to vote, because young people vote overwhelmingly liberal, and this is just another way they do it, and it creates this really awkward video, and Biden certainly doesn't alleviate any of it. He makes it even more awkward, and this is not one of those crazy things. I mean, let's just watch what's going on in this video and see here.
Hey, I'm Natalie Biden, and I just turned 18, and I'm going to vote for the first time with my pop.
I'm so excited for her. This is the first time, the first vote. God love her.
We're on our way. Are you excited, Pop?
I'm excited to be voting with you, honey.
Yep.
It's a big deal.
Well, now that I voted, it was a much easier experience than I thought it would be. It was very easy when I was in the voting booth. I really feel like I made a difference, you know? Everyone's voices matters no matter what our age is. And we got our triple thick black and white milkshakes to celebrate.
Here's the voting.
Cheers, Pop.
So just a super creepy video there with Biden. God love her, or whatever he said. Just the whole thing is so weird, and it's such a charade. And once again, you know, we see it over and over again with Greta in the news now. They're manipulating these young people. I mean, I don't think that whole situation with climate change and stuff, I don't think the biggest climate activist in the world cares about the environment as much as Greta did when she went up there at like 13 years old. And obviously it's complete manipulation. It's using a child as a buffer for an argument. And then it's like, if you're someone that doesn't want to throw $30 trillion into the Green New Deal, you're going against the child and what they say, and it's all the same stuff. It's so sad. So guys, that is the update on well, actually, there is no update. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to sit here and say stuff on the whole situation with Andrew Tate. I do think there's a lot of people, because Andrew Tate has become, for better or for worse, based on kind of how America is, he's become certainly right-wing. The right-wing people like him. The left-wing people hate him. So when he gets arrested, that's seen as a positive for the left wing and really for big tech and things like that. They hate Elon Musk. They hate that he's taken over Twitter. I think Elon Musk, I love free speech, things like that. I'm concerned about Elon with the views and stuff. I mean, you got to remove the views with Twitter because it's made it unusable. But once he does that, I am in favor of free speech, certainly. And I don't think you can, say if something should be allowed or not based off of how you feel politically, which was the major issue we were running into. And again, the only reason this is even a thing now is Andrew Tate getting allowed back on Twitter, getting into a beef with Greta, and then apparently giving up his own location. Although you have to wonder, you would think, I mean, is Andrew Tate seriously that hard to find? Listen, I don't know how rich people, I think he's a multimillionaire. They said he was worth $300 million or something like that. I don't know how rich people travel. I guess he must be hard to find if that's the only way they could find him. But that's just the going story. We really don't know. And we're going to see if we can update the situation with Greta possibly going across the English Channel on a paddle boat by herself, the Titanic style. You know, when they say all the people from the Titanic, you got to just row your boat. Well, Greta's coming to save Andrew Tate. And it's such an amazing moment for everyone and for the culture and for America and for Europe and for the world overall and also for Romania. Guys, I did see that, again, Andrew Tate said, listen, they're going to arrest me. This is what they do. And again, we don't know what's going on, what Andrew Tate is doing, whether or not he's guilty. I'm not going to speculate on that. The people that hate Andrew Tate are going to say he's horrible, all the bad things. The people that like him are going to say, no, it's a hit piece, whatever. They're just trying to get in the news and things like that. So you've got both sides. I'm someone that's just in the middle. I'm someone that has a very neutral viewpoint of it. And that's just the update on that. So we'll see what ends up happening, guys. But that's going to do it for this video. Actually, you know what? I wanted to respond to this. We've got one other thing I wanted to respond to. So we've got another situation here on Reddit. And guys, this got a bunch of likes and stuff, and it circulates on the internet. And it's just, unfortunately, we deal with these things where it's a false equivalency. So this individual says, for anyone asking me, maybe you should give up Crimea in exchange for peace, basically saying that Ukraine should give up, areas on the eastern side of the country in kind of a deal with Russia to de-escalate the situation. And then the tweet says, before asking this question, name me the specific region in your country you would be willing to give up if Putin started bombing your cities. So as someone from the United States, there's no way to answer this question, right? It is a complete, you're talking about Vladimir Putin. This is what this woman is saying. She's saying it's the exact same thing for Vladimir Putin to invade Ukraine, a neighboring country, as it is for Vladimir Putin to send nukes across the Atlantic Ocean and hit the United States. She's saying that's the same thing, and that we should treat, it's just a complete false equivalency. The argument makes no sense, but of course you make it on Twitter, bunch of people retweet it, they don't know. Again, it's like we're talking about a war here between neighboring countries, and Putin's invading. You know, he hates the spread of NATO, and I think it's ridiculous. I think there's no excuse for it, but I also think the idea that, the world needs to go to World War III over Ukraine is completely reckless. So both of those things can be true, and de-escalation should be the number one goal, and I understand Ukraine's got to be very pissed off, but this is nothing like Russia nuking or sending nukes to the United States or Florida or the East Coast or whatever. It's just the complete false equivalency, so I don't know. I saw that, and it's like, really, you see these things on Twitter, and it's like, my goodness, it's so bad. But either way, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.